I think that's the kindest Trace has ever been to us, so I'll appreciate it. I'll take it. Thank you very much, boys. He's looking with a big smile on his face, but so are we, Harry. We're getting into the last game of the night here on the mainstream. mousesports up against Valiance, the rematch, the revenge, the grudge game, and boys, it's going to be a kicker.
Yeah, it's a chance for mousesports to get revenge versus the team that upset them on day one. The whole reason that they were in that elimination best of 3 just moments ago to begin with. First map going to be Train. You can take a look at the Betway odds. You can see mousesports once again hands down the favourites here. But already this pistol round's underway. mousesports going to be heading over towards the B bomb site right now. And Otto, he's actually opened things up with a quick frag onto Stico. Esperanto's come rotating in, and well, luckily enough for them, Sunny and Chris J have bailed mousesports out for the time being.
But that bomb, Hunter's on the flank, and he's found it. Luckily enough, Sunny's holding the angle from a range, and also equipped with a USP, will land the shot. Good patience there from Sunny, not to rush and grab the bomb when he was expecting a flank through the pop dog, a position that mousesports did not own. As a result, they're back into a 3-on-1, and now going to be able to get that bomb down on the B site. Letney far too far away to stop this one, and Chris has no cover towards the connector. You can see he's being a little bit hesitant, but it will be fine. He's going to get in position before Letney can rotate. And a very open bomb plant as well will basically solidify mousesports to win this round. Surely not a doable clutch for Letney. No kit currently, at least, and there is a man in the spawn as well, but he'll be at least checking that angle somewhat. Can't go too deep. He hasn't got a lot of time, and Sunny is going to take his head clean off. 3 kills on the pistol round for the Finn, and mousesports will start things off on their pick.
Yeah, getting that ball rolling early on once again. That's one thing that mousesports have been so good at today, is winning these pistol rounds, right? You think even just to that game that we witnessed, they were 3 out of 4 pistol rounds in the matchup, of course, versus Optic. And then even in the one pistol round that they went ahead and lost, they were able to go and pick up that force buy in the second round. So that's one thing that mousesports have been able to replicate at the very least. Here's this force buy from Valiance. Hunter is able to open up, but the only issue is he's now trapped here and at the mercy of Chris J's mighty Krieg. 2 quick kills come through, and Esperanto doing what he can from connector. Does have this scout, and actually he's painted up a couple of players. There's a lot of red on the screen right now as he's doing damage downrange with the scout. Not content with a couple of tags though. He's now going to go back to back with Nexa, trying to find something. They clear out Pop Dog, and from this they might even start to yeah, you see Esperanto now leaving that A bomb site, setting up on B just to play things safe. They go ahead and split this defense in a 2-to-1 between that A and B bomb site. And mousesports just waiting to see if any more aggression comes out from Valiance.
Yeah, Valiance unsure at the moment. Ropsy might give away his position, but he doesn't die to it. Shows someone he's in Pop Dog. Next is going to be able to fall back as a result, but caught by Sunny wide peeking out from T-Con. So mousesports regain the man advantage. This scout is still in play, and there's 2 left up on Valiance. With Rops being the only man with HP, he needs to be the one to step up, and he will do so by dropping Esperanto in the connector. Letney now coming from a long rotate round, and they may not expect this, but he's got to be quick. That bomb is already being punched in. Plant will go down, and they should have time to get into the post plant, but Rops just sits and waits. Letney walks right into his sights, and that will be mousesports a little bit dangerously, but able to close out the second round.
Yeah, getting it all punched in at just in the nick of time, and then Letney getting his pushed in. That's going to be mousesports up 2-0 here on a Train. Buy not on the horizon for Valiance. I personally prefer this on the CT side, I'll be honest, especially on a map like Train versus Mouse. I think it's so important to prioritize getting that early AWP out, and perhaps sometimes even more important than getting the utility right, just to deny the vision, the ways of, you know, Chris J and Oscar. That's kind of how they have such dominant T sides, is on the back of that double AWP.
Not even just that, but also having these scout rounds. I mean, look how close that came. No, it wasn't a win, but there's a lot of times you can win those rounds with 2 scouts. Great shot for Sunny, looking like a pistol round all over again. He's got the USP, and he is ready to use it because Valiance have no armor, and Sunny is just tapping his way into the A-bomb site. Again, another couple of kills for him. CT rotate from Valiance, too far away to stop this bomb as you would expect, and mousesports will be taking another clean round, so it seems. So Valiance is going to have those guns. They're going to have the AWP into the 3rd round as well, the 4th round rather. If they want it at least. Hunter's got the money. And Nex is doing his best to hold on to something here, but Sunny's just chasing. He doesn't give a damn. He's got nothing to lose here and everything to gain. Another couple of kills. It's a 4K with a USP up against USPs. mousesports 3-0.
Let's take a look at this buy. And yeah, that's what I was curious about. The double up is going to come through for Valiance. You can see Esperanto and Otto going to be picking that up. Oscar's going to be donning it over on the side of mousesports. It's important to note there's a very apparent lack of head armor here for Valiance, and Esperanto doesn't even have any. So that makes the Galil, the Mac 10, that much more deadly here versus these players. Suddenly, Sunny really does become a very mobile threat with that weapon. I mean, on that basis alone, you maybe imagine that this might just be the B play from Mauser. Chance to test the water at this avenue of the map. They're all stacked up here, and they're going to look to try and use Sunny on that Mac 10 to create some space here on B. He's likely the man, first man in, also the one who's going to try and go aggressive once they take this site, and already pushing on through. Chris J's alongside of Esperanto is there on the AWP with one, but he's got a lot more left to do, and there's that shot missed. Only opportunity he's been given. Chris even going to go ahead and silence Letney. So blink of an eye, Otto and Hunter left up, and they're already forced to save.
Yeah, Krieg kills left and right here for Chris. mousesports looking very, very confident in this game, and that's a big change from when they faced Valiance just yesterday over on Mirage. Now, obviously a very different map, but Valiance looks so prepared coming into that game, and I feel like mousesports definitely had the chance to warm up with them just 2-0ing Optic earlier on today, just minutes ago, in fact. So very fresh in their minds and looking to send another team home. It would be a big surprise if mousesports did lose this series, but you do have to remember that Valiance certainly not a team that's going to roll over and take and give it away for free. The AWP is held on by Otto, and Hunter's going to hold on to his M4 as well, so not a huge problem for Valiance, but they're definitely not going to be able to buy up a whole lot around this. They could actually drop over 2 more rifles from Hunter and Otto and get 4 into this round, so that's a viable option. Can also just half buy on these 3 other pistol players, and yeah, that's what they're going to do. Get that full buy with the double AWP once again in the follow-up round. Give mousesports the potential to take 5-0, but it's not like Valiance don't have any skin in this game. With an AWP on the CT side of Train, especially when you've got more armored players, if Otto goes down, that can easily be picked up, and we have a lot of AWPing power over on the Valiance side, so keep your eye on that.
mousesports this time change the pace once more. They're going to go ahead look to try and hit this A-bomb site rather a little bit faster. Ooh. Oscar and Rops already laying waste to this attempted defense. Esperanto's trying to find the AWP. He's not quite sure where it's gone. Holding close to this smoke now. He's going to get tested and put down by Chris. Rops rather holding the drop and does fall short, but Nex is just going to go to take this AK with him into the next round. He backs off. mousesports will be moving 5-0 up, whether Nexa likes it or not. And yeah, I was a big fan of the interview in which Nexa, I think it was said, you know, how they anti-stratted everybody here, mousesports being no exception. But as the desk kind of said, the one issue with making a claim like that, you know, putting it out there is mousesports are a team that aren't too shy to adapting, you know, switching things up. And that's exactly what they've been doing to kickstart this T-side of Train. You know, it hasn't been these kind of slower defaults. They haven't been relying on the AWPs as much as usual to try and open things up. Instead, it's been these fast, explosive plays in towards these bomb sites. And Valiance haven't really had an answer for that yet. We're going to see if they have an answer in this following round. We have another buy on the horizon for them. And a shot at redemption here. Yeah,
everything they want and more. Double AWP is not going to be a problem to pull out into this round, and this is where I want to see the Valiance we know and love, the individuals shining through the CT-sided aggression. They did a lot of this against mousesports over on Mirage to initially get that upset. Let's see if that can happen again, because right now mousesports looking very, very confident early on into this game. 5-0 on the T-side of Train. Now it is their map pick, you do have to remember, and they did manage to absolutely smack down Optic on it earlier on. Well, actually I say absolutely smack down. 16-14, not quite a smackdown, but at least taking that victory there. That being said, it goes both ways. Valiance have certainly had a chance to watch that game, and I'm sure they did, to see at least mousesports' tendencies coming into this matchup, but knowing is half the battle, Harry. As we say, the battle is the other half of the battle. Double AWP here for Valiance, Esperanto and Otto, of course, pulling those up for the CT side, and a fast play from Otto to peek up ramp as well. He's even got the support of Nexa playing anti-flash, hiding in case mousesports double peek this and Otto needs any assistance. The flash is there, Otto peeks with it, and Nex is going to get the kill instead. So Valiance, a man advantage already taken. They don't need to commit to any more off the back of it. Letney is going to get pressured in the pop dog, but he smokes off and stays alive. In the meantime, Sunny abuses this distraction by pushing down Olaf, and with the 2 players deep in Ivy as well, mousesports, little to Valiance know, all over this A site.
Oh, and there's Hunter. Smashing of Chris. Sunny has managed one. He's actually going to be still yet to die over on the side of Mouse. As far as Valiance are aware, he's immortal, but finally Sunny has been eclipsed, and that leaves Oscar in this 1-on-4. Able to dispatch of Esperanto, so he has a little bit of stake in this round. There's plenty of money here for Mouse, so he can justify going for it. Any kill that he gets is so valuable to Mouse here, as it just keeps that Valiance economy down low. You can see, with the exception of Nexa, everyone's pretty broke, so anything Oscar can muster up is massive. Keep your eye on Hunter, by the way, who's gone very aggressive into Ivy. They know exactly where Oscar is, but that shot lands, and now things get scary for Valiance. This flank really has to be the play to cement it, and Oscar, I don't think he sees it coming.
Ooh.
Just catches that timing in through the smoke for the time being, but Hunter is hunting. And Oscar, clueless, walks into the crosshair. Hunter's going to delete him, and that will be Valiance picking up their first round. AWP carried forward at that. 2 players surviving, and a double AWP setup brought out now for Valiance and Co.
Yeah, very scary. If Hunter didn't have that flank, I feel like that's such a winnable round for Oscar. And yeah, you definitely don't want to give a player of that stature these kind of situations to take away, especially not when you had the double man advantage to actually start off the round for Valiance. Winning that duel in the CT spawn, getting that pick up on B as well. First round taken though, and mousesports looking for the immediate reset. They've got Oscar back on the AWP. And already setting up outside of B with 3 players here. They've been abusing this a little bit before, but Valiance have gone for a similar setup. Again, 2 players close on ramp, and they're actually going to push a bit further as well. Nexa catches Rops with a nade in his hand, down to low HP. The nade's going to go too deep though, so Rops will be fine for now, because Stiko's the one going in for the repeat, and he's been picked up. Rops does avenge the earlier damage and his teammate, but into the 4-on-4 here with low HP on him means Valiance do have an inherent advantage. This bomb's still yet to go anywhere near the B site, so if these smokes get thrown in, it doesn't have to necessarily be a commitment. But if you see Chris J down Ivy, very likely mousesports go for the B take here, and Chris J tries to wrap, but that bomb has been dropped for the time being.
Yeah, they're hoping that somewhere something gives here for Valiance. Maybe someone gets a little bit overzealous, gets caught out. They are, however, not keen on giving up a man advantage. They know that a 4-on-4 as it stands anyway is favourable to mousesports. Lots of utility going to get thrown in towards his B bomb site, and that does pull a rotation. Esperanto now turning away. He actually decides against it, and that is the right call to make, because Chris J and the sneaky gang have made their way out through Ivy. A lot of angles to check, but they're not being challenged. Spots out Letney down in the sandwich, and Chris J does not make a meal out of that. SB trying to hold the cross from Pop, but no one from mousesports coming in from this position. Rob still keeping the attention of Hunter here at this B bomb site at that. The bomb going to try and exit. Hunter does manage to pick up Rops at the very least. Bomb going to go down, and it's a 3-on-3 with double AWP in the retake. But Otto, he might have just made this possible. He certainly has now. Sunny, oh, he's going to have to step up big, and he's not ready for Esperanto. That's the round for Valiance, and it was looking like mousesports had set themselves up very, very well there, but it starts to fall apart, and largely on the back of Otto with that AWP.
Yeah, they had no idea where these players were on the A site, especially with the fact that the only position that mousesports were not covering when they went for that B fake was Pop Dog. So you could see they were very, very attentive towards the ladder room, and well, the same story for the CT side, who had also no information towards it. So unfortunate there for mousesports, but they were down a man. They couldn't cover every position, and as a result, Otto, he's going to get a couple of kills from the spawn. So nice round from Valiance, not getting reset, actually getting a very well-played retake there, considering mousesports had so much map control that Valiance were unaware of. But mousesports' chance to do it again, or try and do it again. They failed the last time, and they might have the same problem. Stiko's already taken down the first kill, but look at the frags coming in from Valiance. They have been traded, but it's again so much damage done to mousesports in terms of health. Letney's going to decide to push up, but they're rallying him back. He lives to fight another day. mousesports throw a Molotov in to force him into the open. Luckily enough, he wins the duel to main. So Sunny tries to catch him moving out of the Pop Dog, but instead catches a bullet to the face. And mousesports now doubling back towards B, where only Otto sits.
Still Otto's showing that he's quite the man to go toe-to-toe with. Oscar's the one looking to try and do it. But that flash, that's pixel perfect, and that allows Chris J to get into the bomb site. No nades left on Valiance, just a slam dunk Chris down, but Esperanto will deliver. That leaves Oscar in this 1-on-3. Pivots around to try and deal with Letney, who is just being such a nuisance. He knows he has Oscar pinned, and he's just going to back off. Plays it safe for the time being, wrapping on round, not going to offer himself up to Oscar. And Esperanto, quick on the trigger, will be picking that up. Defuses in. Big respect throwing his up way to grab the Dragon Law.
Understandable decision. We all love a Dragon Law.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
We've all missed a defuse or two just to go ahead and get a good skin.
Luckily, the bomb was planted fairly recently, so it wasn't really a problem for Valiance, who are actually starting to get on this board here. 3 CT rounds now to play with, and a nice reaction. Surprised that Letney was very, very aware of that peek out from Sunny up in main. When that Molotov went down, mousesports do that very commonly, right? It's a pretty predictable setup, but sometimes people just get caught up in the heat of the moment and the heat of the Molotov. Not Letney, though, winning that duel pretty much saved Valiance in that situation. 3-on-5 here, Letney already in the pop dog taking a 1-for-1, but Stiko again getting tagged up, and mousesports looking like they want to go for a fast A burst. Nexus already on that flank, but what? Stiko on the ladder? Oh my god, he even kills himself. Worth it.
What's happening down in pop? That's the bomb drop there as well. This round is just one of chaos and destruction. Chris J is the only man left standing, and he's scratching his head. He looks just as confused as I do, left suddenly in a 1v3. I couldn't even tell you what happened in this round, how we ended up here, but now Chris is the man left in the hot seat. All eyes on him, and this is a horrible place to try and retrieve the bomb from, but the timing's perfect, and he's picked up Hunter. He won't be ready for Otto, and Otto's going to pick it up, so good recovery. Valiance able to go ahead and lock in a 4th round as they now look to try and tie things up here heading into the 10th.
What a mess that round was. I don't know how Stiko gets that kill, and then how he dies afterwards. He must have jumped off the ladder, and he was already earlier tagged from one of the fights from Letney and Pop Dog, so very unfortunate, but nice round regardless from Valiance. That's what, 4 in a row now here on the CT side. Bit of a streak going their way, and look at that. Didn't get to see the Stiko suicide, as we call it, but
Steaker side.
Yeah, maybe we should hide that from the viewers.
Yeah, that one's too violent for TV. But now
it's looking like a mousesports pause, and I barely blame them. 4 in a row for Valiance, proving to be a bit of an issue here. Mousesports, with that 5-0 start, I thought maybe they were going to start to roll over Valiance, but
well, so here's the thing, right? This is, for Valiance, this is like a reasonably decent map for them. You think back as well to the Imperial, this is always a pretty good map for those guys as well, because you originally had like Nuki and everyone in the roster. Kind of similar situation where you had plenty of players who could don the AWP, and that was why they did so well on this map. Hunter, meanwhile, this is lots of aggression down here towards Ivy, and actually, he does get punished for it. So we'll hold these thoughts for the time being and focus, see if mousesports can make something of this round, although it certainly doesn't look like it. Chris J, 1 HP and a bucket full of dreams. Esperanto looking to try and be the bully. He knocks down his sandcastle. Indeed he is. So just Stiko left standing. This round's all said and done. Team ace for Valiance, and now we're tied up 5-5. And you know, I tell you what, you kind of think about the mousesports CT side earlier and how that looked on this map. That was where we saw Optics start to get back into things, right? If you recall, they only just managed to scrape the victory here, 16-14. With their CT side definitely looking the weakest of the two.
They're, what, an 8-round T side. And even then, only just got the victory, you're right. So definitely hoping for, for a strong T side again if they want to have the same result. Maybe hoping for a little bit more dominant than that of the game versus Optic earlier, but Valiance, they love being dominant, they love being aggressive. Look at this push once again down Ivy. We have the double setup with the AWP, but they've lost control of T-Con, and as a result, Chris J, he's pushed in through the smoke. No one's focused on this position, but Esperanto's going to double back from Ivy right before the smoke pops and gets that frag. Stiko catches Letney close to the E-box. mousesports, they've got themselves into a doable situation. Esperanto's still in this smoke, got to be very careful there, but the plant is going to be allowed. It's the flank that will make all the difference, and Hunter's come in clutch. 1 kill, knowing Sunny's on top as well. He can try and follow up with a second, and that would be so good, but Sunny's just 1 step ahead, and Stiko shut down the flank from Esperanto and Ivy. Things are not looking good for Valiance right now, and it's left all on Otto, who will hit the shot. There's 2 more to land.
Sadly, Otto never reaches his destination. He's been lost in that Bermuda triangle of death that was set up between the players inside of the bomb site. While he was good for the first, that's it for him. So now Sports finally able to find their footing, locking in a 6. They will maintain that lead for the time being, but Imperial? Ooh. Valiance hot on their heels.
Throw back.
You know, old habits. Right now, I think the worrying thing, in my opinion, for Mouse is the next map, right? I think they're pretty reliant on picking this one up. If Valiance can continue this, I think Cash becomes a pretty interesting one. That's a topic for another day, though, in this round. Valiance, they've gone for that investment. They have the AWP still over on Otto, but money has been brought down to its knees for either side. This effectively becomes a 2-for-1 round as you do put the other team down onto an eco. So you see the switch up. Valiance attempting to go aggressive down through Ivy, but Chris J is just chiming in on the angle and does send Otto back. Comes out favorably in that engagement as well.
Yeah, but look, Esperanto tries to gain controls elsewhere up in the T-Con. Makes it very clear as well. Smoke is down. Sunny attempts to wallbang, bit of damage there, but nothing really to write home about. mousesports in the meantime still have these 3 players towards the top of B, but Chris J, he's been wrecked coming out of Ivy, not expecting the top green position for Hunter. Stika can't find anyone in the B site either. mousesports hesitant to commit. They want to wait for that bomb to group up them before they go for the full execute. 3 players still on A here for Valiance. No problem with that considering they have this man advantage. And very passive on B, so playing for the retake here. We've even got Otto back towards the connector as well, and he's tagged up from earlier in the round, so Rifles are going to be very good at getting rid of him here. But if he can just land 1 kill and fall back to stay alive, that's so valuable. But Esperanto rotating in instead. The Molotov cutting off this lower push from mousesports. They'll have to come out of heaven instead. Smoke in their face. Nexa on the other side. 20 seconds left of these mousesports players burst through, but Nexa, he's waiting for it, ready and prepared. Only 1 for it though. Rops doubles up, and it's left to Stika on top of the heaven. Only 1 frag found, and he's just got enough time to cross to the site.
Molotov up on Hunter, though, going to make things very claustrophobic for Stiko inside of this bomb site. Forces him out into the open. Dodges the oil fire right now and holds the angle. Hunter's got no clue and just walks blindly into the crosshair. Stiko holds his ground in the one-on-one. And seemingly from nowhere, able to go ahead and cement that 7th for mousesports. It seemed like all the pieces of the puzzle were there for Valiance to pick that one up. They found the early man advantage by taking down Chris J. They had the 4-man stack inside of that B bomb site. That was a 4-on-4 when that push came in. Stiko and Rops doing an utterly stellar job to create opportunities to actually close that round out. And then it all falls short down in the 1v1. And this is exactly what we were speaking about. The economy not there for Valiance. They've gone for this force here. And actually, okay, pleasantly surprised, Otto and Hunter are able to go ahead and actually secure themselves a 4-on-3 right off the bat.
Still salvageable for mousesports. They do have that weaponry, but they've lost the AWP, which is a bit of a problem, especially up against the likes of Esperanto. Otto spotted, but Chris J can't find the angle and doesn't want to give away his position. He's been seen, and Otto not ready for Chris J to know his exact position, peeks out to his death. Rob still getting tagged in the meantime. The scout again from Esperanto whittling away. They're still here, still ready to play. Flank coming in from the Pop Dog. They should be ready for it, but Esperanto's lining up kills left, right, and center. Nexa with another one, and Hunter's going to overwhelm the final man. Valiance putting a lot of pressure on mousesports in that eco round, and they'll get it done. It's a force buy, but they break back mousesports' own money. You only just were able to get a buy into that round. They had 2 SMGs anyway, so that's a strong round for Valiance, but certainly not one that mousesports can account for. Luckily enough, they still do have 7 rounds on the T side, so this has been a good start so far, but this might really turn the tables for the end of the half, meaning that there's a very good chance Valiance could be leading by the end of it.
And that's quite the recovery when you think about the fact that mousesports were 5-0 up at one point in time. Other than that, they've managed 2 rifle rounds, right? You kind of take out the ones that have been on the back of weakened economy for Valiance. I guess 3 rifle rounds rather, but it doesn't inspire too much confidence just yet, because since getting them in hand, Valiance have looked very proficient. When they've had all the bells and whistles, all the trimmings. Going to be this the B play. Hunter's already up here though, in the heavens, raining down death. And this round is all said and done. Valiant's going to be tying things up. Weren't expecting much from ours there. Bomb plant was really the best case scenario.
And when we did see Valiance beat mousesports over on Mirage yesterday, it was Hunter who was top of the server. He was, well, aside from Chris J, but he was going absolutely mental as well. So he's also back on form today, fragging well, top of the board right now. Esperanto side by side, and Otto sitting just closely behind in third place has a lot of crucial AWP kills as well, and he's a player that we are pretty happy to see on the big stage now, or at least get an opportunity to be on the big stage. Maybe lacking experience, but definitely got talent. AWP back in the hands of Oscar, and look at this push. What is this from Hunter? This is just the confidence that Valiance are showing. Despite being the underdogs in this game, they do not fear mousesports. Unfortunately, maybe they should. Chris J catches him with a Galil. mousesports now burst this A site.
Well, Otto with this AWP going to make his presence known, and he's just going to go ahead and start to shut this one down. Continuing to creep forward. Oh, he's on to a third. Uh-oh. Just a whirlwind of death right now. Continuing, and here's the man falling to sandwich. Stico trying to get this bomb down. There's players all around him, though. And Oscar's really a long way from helping out. Trapped all the way over in Pop. He's good for one, but still has to deliver in a very big way here. It's a 1v2, and Otto's playing close. One advantage is Letney is a long way from home, and Oscar spotted the shadow. Otto's got no clue, and Oscar, both players miss. Letney needs to get here, missed shots, and Otto's going to pick it up, so never mind. 8-7 half, it's Valiance to win this half out by the skin of their teeth. It was a 5-0 start for mousesports, a fantastic recovery from them. And now the question becomes, how's this going to pan out as mousesports head into that T side rather? Only time will tell. We'll be back with the second half after a very quick break. And as we head into the second half of Train, Valiance currently posed with a one-round advantage moving into their T side. mousesports got off to a great start. Things did slow down as the Train pulled into the station. Well, let's see how they conduct themselves now on the CT side. Valiance, they've got utility on Otto and Hunter. Hunter's already thrown his smoke out towards the A bomb site. And with 4 players there for mousesports, that's going to keep their attention here. Rops has a very tall order ahead of him. There's a lot of players cross into this B bomb site, and he's not able to deny the aggression. Didn't spot it either. They will anticipate the players have tried this, but they're not sure how many. SB and Letney holding close. There's Sunny in with the first. Chris J following up with another, but Esperanto's aggression stopped in its tracks, and now Nexa and Hunter all that remain.
No molly for the bomb either. They're already on the defuse. It's a smoke stick, and with so many players up for mousesports, Valiance have no chance of stopping it. Sunny with another couple of kills, and he just has been showing up in spades today, especially on train. Top frag last time, top fragging this time. Great to see from Sunny. Right now looking very, very strong for mousesports as they take another pistol round under their wing. Definitely what they needed, considering that, you know, this is getting a little bit close. Although a strong T-side going their way with 7 rounds, definitely nothing to turn your nose up at. But Valiance are going to be forcing regardless. We got 3 rifles straight into this one. Obviously, mousesports still having some limitations with SMGs, so these rifles are going to be very, very dangerous if mousesports peek wide, and these T's are already trying to face and find early kills in main. Otto's going to be the one challenging. So playing the back bomb train. He's going to go wide. That's dangerous. Esperanto on the other side, ready and waiting. Stiko has to come up clutch, but he's only able to put a single kill on the board. Chris J, same story. It does keep it in the 3-on-3. But mousesports are losing players over on A, and these rotations coming through the connector that's already been smoked off by Valiance. This bomb well and truly here. And Nexa in the back line as well. Chris J does get one, but it's immediately traded. Oscar's boost might be able to stop a bomb plant, but Letney, surely he checks this. No, he gets caught. And now Oscar dropping the bomb, leaving the only unarmored player left. Next is just going to get overwhelmed. mousesports not giving him the room to try and play his clutch. They just suffocate him in the 2-on-1, and they do get rid of the force buy from Valiance.
Yeah, they succeeded in sweeping that under the rug, but wasn't that a pretty big cost? You know, lots of damage done. Valiance will just be taking an eco here, so this is a chance for mousesports to take a clean round at the very least. And hopefully accrue a bit more cash over on this CT side. We know the importance of the double AWP on this team. Sunny, once again, just going to be donning that USP, looking to try and have a return to form as he did in his T-side anti-eco. But no one from Valiant's going to offer anything up immediately. That said, Letney does decide that he wants to stare directly into the sun and didn't read the warning label in doing so. Esperanto has thrown down some shade though, and he has deleted it.
Yeah, not going to work for too much longer though. Nice try. You can kill a USP player, but as soon as mousesports face you with the rifles, that's when things get very tough. Valiance left to just 2. Nexa still smoked off down the Ivy for now, and Otto's only on a Glock. He will manage to upgrade it, but mousesports have no fear in taking these fights. Stiko's just hopping train to train. Careful you don't fall off them, buddy. We've seen that before. And no one's fighting Ivy. No need to give this kind of kill to Nexa. Last spotted down this position as well, so they know he's here. We've already got Chris on the angle, so tough luck for Nexa, a bit of an off position. Chris is going to move in though. This is a bit dangerous because Nexa's hidden round the corner. And Chris, he is going to go for the check at least, so mousesports do manage to pick it up with minimal casualties, only losing that USP on Sunny, which is not a problem at all. So 10 rounds to 8. Still holding the lead for now, but this is when the buy comes out from Valiance and we get to see what they're really made of on this T side.
Yeah, they, you know, even more critically for me is we also get to see the response from mousesports, right? And if their CT side is going to kind of show some of the signs of wear and tear that it did in that Optic matchup. Because, you know, you think about this Valiance team, and it's almost a bit of a similar situation. You know, a couple of key fraggers up towards the top really doing the bulk of the damage. They're the guys that are going to be heading on in, try and open up these bomb sites, try and create opportunities. And there's one of them now, Otto. Quick to action, quick to find a man advantage. Rop's going to do what he can, but that flash perfectly timed, bails out. Nexa, Esperanto good for the trade, and this B bomb site comes crumbling down around Mao's bomb plants in. Stiko and Chris J, I don't even think they even go for this.
Yeah, these guns would be very valuable if you can hold on to them and get a full buy in the upcoming round. They would be mostly good otherwise, but Chris J wouldn't mind upgrading this Galil. Same story for the Fanbas. Holding close just to see if Valiance start to hunt, but with this being their first 1 rifle round of the half, Valiance definitely don't want to chase too much here. Don't give mousesports any more reason to go for this. So these guns should be saved, at least for mousesports, unless Hunter goes down this pop dog, but right now Chris has already left it, so he's going back towards T-Con. Should be a safe save for mousesports, holding on to a couple of rifles, albeit not the best choices, and Valiance now gracing the T side with a round.
You got to be pretty depressed though. You take like an AWP, a couple of M4s into a round, and you save a FAMAS and a Galil. That just feels a bit disgusting, doesn't it? You know, it's like a camper van holiday. Like, it's nice, it's a holiday, but you're in a camper van on holiday. You know, you'd love to be somewhere else. Ah, well.
Oh.
10-9 is the scoreline right now as Valiant's looking to try and get back into this one. I went on a lot of them growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sick to death of it.
Never again. Wow, you really...
I mean, I doubt you've even seen a caravan, Hugo, in your life.
I've seen them.
Do they have them on the at the Byron Manor?
Not the Manor, no.
Oh, well, it's a damn shame.
Only private jets, Harry. Only
Okay,
private jets.
that's good. Well, flying into this round then has Valiance going to be sitting in the driver's seat in a pretty big way because the money for mousesports still doesn't look too great. You save weapons forward. They have the investment here. Maybe could have been a bit of a better way. They could have rejiggled that money around. Stico could have dropped for Sunny or Rops. They could have had that much more utility. So a couple of small errors here and there. Let's see if it comes back to punish mousesports in this round.
At least they have the orb. That's one of the keys here. With Oscar on that AWP, hopefully he'll be able to deal with Otto this time because it was that pick from Otto that really, you know, let last round get steamrolled. It kind of just all fell apart. Oscar dies, a flash comes in, Rops was close, he's blind, and it just kind of, you know, it's like a snowball picking up traction down a hill. Seems like it will be another snowball down B ramp here for Valiance. 5 players set up outside of this bomb site. 2 close positions here from mousesports. Very committed to the duels, but they will work out wonderfully. Sunny and Rops both grabbing a kill apiece. These T's still pushing out. Hunter around the corner. He does get the entry. It's actually Nexa with a double. Bomb plant can come in as a result, and there's no need to stop it going down from Oscar. He'd rather take the scope. Could have definitely killed Hunter there, who is tagged up on the default plant spot, but Oscar not wanting to give away his position. He has wrapped all the way around, and that noise is going to be heard by the player on close oil. Nexa looking to conduct some serious business. He's on that long flank route, and he almost found Oscar, but too quick on the trigger. Otto, in the meantime, is making it work with a double, and Stico left alone in the clutch. He knows Otto's drop, but Otto's just been so good this game, and he will keep it up. 18 kills on the man himself, and Valiance find 10 rounds.
So now we see this go all tied up, and this is where things do start to get interesting. mousesports, we saw, you know, in that Optic game even while they were having success, it looked like they were getting in their own heads at the round they were using. And now versus Valiance, the underdogs, you know, the plucky underdogs that beat them on day one, rising up here on mousesports' map pick of Train, by the way.
Yeah.
To tie things up at a 10-10 scoreline. There's no money left for mousesports in this round, so Valiance, the odds are they take the lead. And for Mouse, this is a gut-wrenching situation to be in. You can't imagine morale is at an all-time high, but Oscar, he's looking to try and show that he's still got some fight left in him.
Not for long though, Letney with the repeat. He times it well after Oscar takes a blind shot, and Rops is the only man to try and follow up. His teammates have fallen like flies. Molotov's going to surely seal his fate, but actually, teammate coming out for a bit of support. Esperanto still finds them both. And a little note there as well, you know you said Stico could have juggled his money better a little earlier, a couple of rounds ago. He actually saved the money to drop Oscar and AWP in that one. So that was the only weapon they had, and well, it didn't really achieve too much. Got the first pick, but borrowed out control for mousesports, and another round going the way of Valiance, the lead taken away. But mousesports, they can start to piece together their money. Stico's on a deagle as a result. We have got that all back in the hands of Oscar, and we're really going to need him to win these duels versus Otto, because it's been a real problem these last couple of rounds. With Otto being let loose, mousesports are having serious problems here on the CT side, as they did versus Optic. It's a very different matchup, sure, but it's the same half that almost let them down and may let them down here.
And that's dangerous. You know, with Cash coming up next, it really does kind of call this into question. We're going to focus on that in just a moment, but first, Stico going to get dropped almost immediately over towards Pop. Chris, luckily enough, the savior of mousesports, going to go ahead and get helped out by Sunny. Hunter is in with the trade, and back into this 3-on-3 because the Valiance have made this call just straight into this B bomb set. They know that Mouse are going to have at least 2 players over here towards A. The rotation's coming in, and actually Sunny is very hot on their heels. He's right behind them. Rops holding the cross as well. I don't think they're anticipating him being here, but he falls next to checks. And Sunny on the flank at least has delayed the bomb plant that much more. He's given himself plenty of time, but a 1v2 is certainly not an easy feat.
A fake flash to the right side so he can wrap left. Hunter's not on the angle, but he flicks back. Sunny was expecting a player to be far deeper than that, and Valiance are going to pick up another round, Harry. Again, Otto winning the duel of Oscar rotating down through the connector. I'd love to know the head-to-head right now between those two players, because he has just been tanking this half. mousesports. This is turning out to be a little fruitless. I was gonna say, yeah, is that even a thing? I don't know. Either way, it's not working out very well, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, for Sunny, that's devastating because the bomb gets planted for the long angle, right? So he's anticipated that someone's gone deep. Yeah, so it's not about how deep you go, it's all about the M4 play. And obviously, you know, we could see Valiance doing a fantastic job with that there. Now, I mean, in this round, this is really just going to be Valiance walking over mousesports. That's what it looks like. There's not really any investment. A couple of digs here and there, some armor for them to clutch onto, maybe into the next. But Valiance, they're looking to show that little best of one upset wasn't just an upset at a best of one. They're looking to try and take train. The map pick and mousesports, it's looking like they're going to be picking up a 13th round here, unless Sunny and Rops can do the impossible.
And while we're on this pistol round, I mean, let's talk about it, right? Not only is this mousesports map pick, a map they should be guaranteed in this series, but following up as Cash, as said on the desk, a map that has been inconsistent at best for mousesports, and I'm sure Valiance is going to be very good at that. Esperanto likes a bit of Cash, and then the third map, Mirage, the repeat match. Yeah, okay, a map that we would expect mousesports to win most of the time, and, you know, they are very good at Mirage, but that's the map they lost yesterday to Valiance, albeit being a 16-14. But still, that's a very scary prospect because Valiance looking so damn good right now. 13-10. Is this happening?
It certainly looks like it could, right? As you were kind of touching on, for mousesports heading into Cash, not only is it a map that they kind of shy away from, and it's a very strong map for Valiance, but also, if you lose your map pick versus Valiance again, the team that you're trying to get revenge against, the underdog team that no one really expected, you know, the bottom-seeded team in this group, for example, you can't imagine you're going into that with very high spirits if you're mousesports.
No. And a very emotional team they are, but we're back in. This is going to be a real pivot round, a real important one for mousesports. Their chance to keep this game alive. Double AWP, Chris and Oscar taking them. If Oscar can't respond to Otto, maybe Chris is going to be his kryptonite. Flashes through, but already shooting through it. Does take down Esperanto up in T-Con. A good start, but Valiant still wanted to burst this A-bomb site. They may still continue with that plan. They're in the pop dog right now. Smokey's cutting them off, but Chris has been tagged on the top of the train. That's a great angle from the Valiance guys. Chris has got to be very cautious. Valiance deciding to back out of that pop dog after they've lost the ability to split main with SB, so falling back in is Letney. Probably a little more dangerously than he would have liked, but it won't be punished as Valiance go for the fast execute.
Ooh, but Chris J's applied the brakes just a little bit, does slow it down for the time being. Peering over the top of that smoke, easiest shot Oscar's ever had to hit. Second man walks into his crosshair, the shot's missed, and Nexa is allowed to capitalize a result. He's not planting the bomb, instead he's taking the fights, and he might come to regret it. There's now Otto left in this 1v4. And there's just no chance for him, no way of isolating those fights. mousesports just swarm into that bomb site, take it back, and for Otto, all the hope had ran dry. Next, so you understand why he takes the fights there. He has to, right? There's players pushing in from Ivy. He knows there's guys over in Connector. Otto can only hold one angle at once. You either chance it and just try and go for the bomb plant, but he knows the odds are he dies, or he tries to take that first fight, catch the man in Connector that they know is holding close, and then maybe try and get that bomb down. Sadly, doesn't work out for them.
A lot of this, despite that previous round being won by mousesports, is the same situation we have versus Optic. It's them very much letting their opposition play exactly how they'd like to and letting them do these executes. Well, I want to see mousesports, you know, have the same solution in this tactical pause that they had, you know, up against Optic, which was to start to take a little control on the CT side, start to get some information, start to pressure. And while they tried it earlier on in the half in the box walls, for example, didn't quite work out for them. Other than that, we've seen no aggro CT side play from mousesports. So that needs to change here. They need to start pressuring Valiance. 13-11, a reset on the cards if mousesports can't win this round, and that might just seal the deal. That might just seal their map pick, but Oscar started things off strong. Nex has already been picked apart. No AWP here for Otto, out of choice, not out of money. Was actually on Nexa, he was going for the immediate pick, but Otto really wants to retrieve that orb, and he might be able to do exactly that. Oscar definitely spotted it, but no way that Otto's going to be taking the fight. Still, a man lost, not the end of the world here for Valiance, but this is where they're really going to be tested.
It's looking like they are setting up for that B play with a very, very long flank to come through. Letney's the man to do it. Sat down in Ivy right now. Going to be looking at the rest of the squad. These guys are the main firepower on this team, but already Esperanto's fall, and Rops is here to mop up the next man, and Otto, as good as he's been, it's a tall order to go toe-to-toe versus Mr. Cool. And he will go ahead and shut that one out. Letney, 1v4. You don't fancy his chances here one bit. He's lost his high-flying, high-fragging teammates, and now just stands alone. Could elect to try and save. Does mean the money gets a little bit chaotic over on the T side, but he won't have a weapon into the next if he doesn't, so he's going to look to try and hold on to it. He will get away. mousesports picking up a 12 as they now look to try and get back into this game.
You almost forced Oscar up that ladder there. He fake ran back down B, only to return, but Oscar, while he peered, didn't commit. So mousesports do double down. They do find themselves a 12th round, keep themselves in this game. As you can see, the scoreboard topping the chart is going to be Esperanto in terms of just the pure frag count over on his side of things. We've got Sunny in a very similar predicament as well. And the pressure really is on for Valiance. This is where they can't afford to slip up. They've got the lead. They've still got a round advantage. They've got the buy. They've got the money. But do they have the balls? Can they take this game away from mousesports? Another buy coming in from the CT side. An SMG on Sunny, but everyone else armed to the teeth. And still this double AWP does remain strong. Valiant's not wanting to go for the early A main pick, but they do send that AWP up Ivy. Sunny attempts to aggressively challenge, but the flash keeps him back. The same story with the Molotov. Doesn't go through it. Just smoke to cut it off for the time being, and Valiance, they won't get gifted anything here for now.
Yeah, and it's interesting to note, in response to that flash, mousesports make a very, very sudden change. They imagine, you know, there's going to be players keeping an eye on Ivy, so they switch it up. They're now going to try and take aggression over here towards main and Pop Dog, and they get Sunny into this avenue of the map. So a little bit of information gained on the back of it. Just poking and prodding here and there. That's something the mousesports are very good at, getting a read as to where Valiance reside. Flash down through Ivy does mean that Chris is more than aware of the presence of these players here. Stiko going to go ahead and line a flash up for him, but Letney now emerging out from main. Does get the drop on the first man. Stiko's in possession of trade. Otto gets rid of the sun while it's still sky high, but Stiko not ready to feign from this position. Continuing to put up numbers, continuing to be the resistance. Finally, Esperanto does manage to mop up the danger man. And Rops in the 1v2 almost gets it done. Oh, he's on 1 HP. The jammy man. That's going to be Valiance 14-12, just one away from map point here on the map picker, mousesports. And I mean, I don't think many people would have predicted, you know, this straight out the gate. Right? I figured if Valiance were going to get a map, I thought it would have been Cash, and then Mirage becomes the interesting playground, right? I thought the Train, even though Valiance are good on it, even though the Imperial were good on it, and you know, that's kind of the culmination of these two teams, I still figured mousesports would have been the team to pick this map up.
Yeah, it's their pick, and they just won it like a couple of hours ago. This is scary, and no, it's not over, but to see mousesports on the back foot here, they're really hoping for a miracle. They are not in control of this situation, Harry. This has been derailed. Valiance looking to find their way to the finish line. It's a fast push from Letney. He does only get the info, no frag behind it. Hunter trading things out on that T side, but Chris J is still so close. Otto, again, immediately on the trade with the AWP, but still the CTs hold the man advantage, not for long. The smoking connector will not hold off Rops. But the bomb plant will go down for Valiance, and in a 2-on-2, Otto has that position covered, and there it is, another kill from him. Oscar finally wins the duel, and now it is the clutch.
And what a man to have in it. Oscar, open hand, going to try and go toe-to-toe versus Nexa to deny map point the way of Valiance. They've been holding out for revenge. They've been waiting for it, and now Oscar's chance to get it, but he's looking the wrong way, and Nex is going to put him down. Map point to Valiance here. 15-12, and 3 rounds needed in a row for Mouse, all on the back of a reset at that. There is no money here for mousesports over on this CT side. Sunny's got a rifle, but that is the only saving grace. That is the only rifle they're going to have.
I cannot believe what we're seeing. And I mean, anyone who's doubted Valiance, including me as well, coming into this game, is now, well, already got a foot in their mouth. This is unbelievably good from Valiance, and mousesports, they've got to pull out something ridiculous if they want to keep this game going. But right now, Valiance are looking to charge a B site. It's been a long time since they've come here. Letney trying to sell the fake on A in the meantime. But look at this heaven push. 3 players already out on the site. Rops is hiding around the corner, but it will get checked. And Nexa is 1 step ahead. Esperanto pushed up deep, and Letney kills 1 on that flank. Chris J trying to go up the pop dog to no avail.
Now through that smoke, Esperanto, he's cleared out connector, so they know that these players have to be coming from CT. Esperanto dispatches to the first, looking for a bit more. Doesn't quite find it, but Sunny and Stiko brought down to 16 HP between them. This is not looking likely, and Valiant's just 1 kill away. They're going to take the map pick of mousesports, 16-12, as they move 1-0 up in this best of 3 series. Winner heading on through to the playoffs, and the loser going home. And now Valiance, their map pick coming up next, that's going to be Cash. This gets that much more intense.
mousesports are going to need a miracle to turn this around and bounce back, but that is not going to happen here. As you said, Cash coming up next. We will be going for a very short break, and then we'll be back with the second map of this series. We need to see mousesports pull out something crazy.